Welcome to the Gardenangelists, where we talk about flowers, veggies, and all the best dirt. I'm Dee Nash from Oklahoma.
And I'm Carol Michael from Indianapolis, Indiana. Dee, I can't believe it. It's our third podcast.
Isn't that exciting? I wish I had like a little horn.
We should not be little horns.
No, we should not. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today, Carol?
Well, flowers are first. What have you got in flowers?
For me, flowers, I thought we would talk about Narcissus tazetta. Do you know what that is? I know you do.
Paperwhites.
Paperwhites, the flower that everyone loves to hate or love, depending upon your sense of smell. It's like cilantro. Some people, cilantro tastes like soap, some it doesn't. And so with paperwhites, some people like the scent, some don't. I don't like Ziva. Ziva is the one you can find everywhere, in every store, and it stinks.
I agree.
What do you think?
I agree. I love cilantro, but I think that you're right. It's that that paperwhite that you can find everywhere is very stinky, smelly, and so I don't get it.
So I ordered some paperwhites from Brent and Becky's Bulbs, and I thought I'd open them real quick.
All right.
And see what I've got.
Because they have non-stinkies.
Because I can't. They have non-stinkies at their place. So, oh, dear. Well, it looks like I ordered some more tulips. What the heck? Why did I order more tulips? I forget. Like, I order things, and then they come in, and I go, oh, more bulbs to plant. Okay, so I guess I ordered Princess Irene tulips and Night Rider tulips. That'll be pretty together if I ever get them in the ground. And then I ordered white Galilee Narcissus, paperwhites. And I also ordered Nir, N-I-R. Nir, if I'm remembering right, is one that came out of Israel. But there was a whole breeding program of Narcissus tazetta there. But anyway, those don't stink. They have a nice scent. With some of these, you have to refrigerate them a little bit. So if you get one like Cheerfulness, which is another type of narcissus people force inside, you have to let them chill a little bit before you put them in there. I think geranium's that way too, but Nir is not. Nir and Ariel, you can just stick right in the dirt, plant them, water them, and within 6 weeks, you have flowers, 6 to 8 weeks.
So, Dee,
what flower?
I have something sad to say.
What's that?
I didn't order any paperwhites, so I don't have any yet. I might end up at the grocery store getting those nasty smelling ones.
No, don't do it. Friends don't let friends buy Ziva. I'm not going to let you do it.
Okay.
Somebody's got them somewhere. Easy to Grow Bulbs or somebody.
Yeah, I'll get some. I'll go to Brent and Becky's and I'll beg and see if they say they're sold out, I'll see if they can sweep some up off the shop floor or something for me.
Rustle some up for you like some grub. I was also going to say that there's a post on my blog, Red Dirt Ramblings, and if you search in the search bar, there's a whole thing about non-stinky paperwhites. And it arose out of a conversation I had with my non-gardening best friend, who I talk about in the post.
Now, do you water your non-stinky paperwhites with booze to keep them short?
Well, that does work. That's a Cornell. That could be part of our best dirt. The Cornell University did a study, and if you use some booze in your water, it keeps your paperwhites shorter, which is nice because otherwise you have to tie them up with ribbon or something else to keep them from falling over. I'll do it if I remember. I'm honestly, I'm kind of a laissez-faire gardener.
Yeah, I'm a bit. I don't use those fancy French words. I'm just lazy. I don't think I got it. What kind of booze do you use? Like, is it vodka or gin or?
I don't think it matters. I think they did the study with vodka, if I remember right. I think there's some vodka in my cabinet. I don't like to drink vodka, so that would be a good use for it.
There you go. Are you going to grow any amaryllis this year?
I already have about 10 potted up. I promised to give some of them away.
Now I am the laziest of the two of us. I have none potted up. I have two that I have.
What? You don't have any?
I have two that I've been watering for years, and I never give them that dormant period, so they're very reluctant to flower.
Yeah, they need about 8 weeks in your closet so that they'll what would you call that? Like regenerate.
Yes.
It sets their clock. It's sort of like, when we go back from, daylight savings time to regular time. Well, plants need a similar thing, only it's usually like 8 weeks. I have 4 in the closet.
So
I don't know if they'll rebloom or not. We'll see.
So I should take my 2 amaryllis. I'm going to stop watering those suckers and throw them in a dark place for 8 weeks. So this is the end of November. So at the end of January, I could pull them out, and then they could bloom for Easter. They're the wrong color for Easter.
Yeah, they could be spring amaryllis instead of Christmas. The truth is you need blooms usually. I mean, I don't need blooms at December because I've got all those Christmas decorations, but I sure need them in January and February, so I'm going to bring mine out so that they bloom then. You could have yours for Easter. Why not?
Yeah. Or maybe when I order those paperwhites, I can slip in a couple of amaryllis bulbs.
Even better.
Yes,
Why don't you do that?
I will. And guess.
Oh, and if you are going to put them in the closet, you need to cut off all the foliage.
I will. That'll. You always have this urge to garden when the house plants don't want to be messed around with, and so that'll give me a chance to mess around with them. Cut off the foliage.
Yeah, give you something to do. Yeah, just cut off the foliage and stick them in the closet. A warm closet because they're tropical. They don't like cold, like hyacinths.
I can find a spot.
What veggie are you going to talk about today?
Well,
veggies. You got to talk about what you wanted to on flowers, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So, I was going to talk about I'm done with veggies for the year. So, I guess
you were going to talk. Weren't you going to talk about what you're going to eat on your Thanksgiving table?
Well, are you going to have any vegetables from your garden on your Thanksgiving table? Pilgrim style?
Heck no. No, I'm not. Because my vegetable garden this year, I did not take as good a care of it as normal. Vegetable gardens need a lot of care, even if they're grown in raised beds. And honestly, my family life was so crazy, I just didn't have time. Plus, I traveled a lot.
Yeah, I'm always reminded, I have this cousin, and I don't know if she'll listen to this podcast or not, but they plant a garden every spring, and then she says, in July and August, they wade out into the weeds and see if there's anything there to eat.
Well, it's about like that here, except for mine's all in raised beds now, so it doesn't get too weedy, thank goodness. But still, a little bit here and there.
Well, I'm one of those lucky people that doesn't actually have to cook the Thanksgiving dinner. So,
yay, me neither.
I suppose I did freeze some green beans from the garden because I had some extras. I suppose I could get some packages of my frozen green beans and take them to my sister and tell her to use them in the traditional green bean casserole that everybody eats on Thanksgiving.
Which was developed by a lady that worked for Campbell's Soup Company. I saw that the other day. They shared it because she had just recently died. So it's like did you know that's the number one recipe that they ever put out?
And it's so easy. It's green.
It's really easy.
It's green beans and cream of mushroom soup. Sprinkle those.
With jerky onions. Yeah, you say it's easy, but if you eat gluten-free like me, it's not so easy. You have to make your own cream of mushroom soup, gluten-free, or buy some. There are some available now. And one year I made it, and then you have to make your own jerky onions, which those onions are a pain in the patootie.
Hey, I know where you can buy some gluten-free of those fried onions that they put on the top.
Where?
Aldi.
Oh, Aldi's has them? Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, good old Aldi has that. Go to Aldi.
Okay, I'll go to Aldi's.
So
the brother of Trader Joe's.
Yes.
Brother stores.
So that's our veggies. Have you got any dirt?
Okay, so I was going to say one more thing about veggies. Okay. So the Thanksgiving meal, although carbohydrate heavy, has a lot of veggies in it too. There's your standard green beans, right?
Green beans.
Which are gooped up with stuff, but whatever. And then you got Brussels sprouts, which people eat, right?
Yuck, don't eat those.
I love Brussels sprouts. And then you've also got sweet potatoes, or as people mispronounce them, incorrectly pronounce them, they say they're yams, but they're not truly yams. You could talk about that. Yams versus sweet potatoes.
Yams aren't sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes aren't yams. And sweet potatoes aren't related to potatoes at all. It's a whole big mixed up root vegetable thing. And then you could get into the whole thing that potatoes aren't really roots and go from there. So let's just move on. It's too complicated.
Let's just move on to dirt. What's our dirt of the day?
I can't remember the dirt. You had dirt. What was your dirt?
I did, but I can't remember what it was.
We're going to have to
stop.
So this is a sneaky way to get your yard cleaned up on Thanksgiving afternoon. Everybody's sitting around all fat and everything, and they're all thinking they got to start a diet and they got to start exercise because they overate. Well, you just get them out there in the lawn and hand them some leaf rakes and tell them what great exercise that is. There's my dirt.
Yeah, hot diggity. I'm sure they'll go for that at your house. No, wait a minute. You're not even at your house
and
for Thanksgiving.
And I've got everything.
Don't you go to your sister's?
And I'm not going to clean up her yard. She's got too many leaves.
Well, I guess that is some good dirt if you want to still have relatives. Maybe that would get your relatives to go home.
Yeah, if you got the rakes out.
It probably would.
And said, hey, now we're going to rake.
Yeah, if you make them work.
They're gone.
So we need to tell everybody that they can find us now on iTunes. iTunes said we are official.
Whoop, whoop.
And then they can also, whoop, whoop, and they can also find a link to our podcast on our website, on our Facebook page, et cetera, et cetera. And you and I will also be sharing them on our pages that have to do with our blogs and other things too.
Exactly.
Right? Well, Carol, it's been a delight, as always.
And it's been a delight for me as well. Have a very happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Eat some turkey.
And we'll talk next week, and it'll be all about Christmas.
Yay, because I do love me some
all
Christmas.
Right. Bye.
Later. Bye.